Good morning, everyone. It's Anifa Menon from hearthealthbrainhealth.com, encouraging healthy grieving and mindful actions. Today, my morning contemplation has been all about acts of kindness and really this awareness of where does that energy come from that allows us to be kind. And we think, oh, I'm a kind person. That's just who I am. And yes, you are. And so are everyone else. In terms of, when we think of this in terms of a spiritual direction, there's a lot of kindness in each person. Now, how much a person acts from that kindness is the difference. So oftentimes people will say, well, I did this, that was pretty kind. When I say I did this, it's very ego related, right? So oftentimes we're looking for, and what did that person do, right? And I think we've all done this at some point. And when we move into more empowering the soul energy, we start recognizing, how am I thinking of this? What space am I giving from? And oftentimes I have talked to people about just appreciation and gratitude, right? And I think we all know how wonderful it feels to receive appreciation or gratitude. And oftentimes, even though we're appreciating that appreciation, we're still thinking, of course they'd appreciate it. And I'm so glad they did, because look at what I did for them, right? And this is where the catch of the human mind versus soul energy is differentiated. So from the human mind, I want to be recognized. I want to be appreciated. I am doing this to be appreciated. So we can say that a lot of the human mind perspective is, whether we say transactional or it has expectations, but it's coming from that space of I am doing this. So my human form is doing this, and isn't that great of me? And so there's that ego in there, right? We remove the ego and we say, I do this because it's who I am. So I am, speaking from the higher self, is very different. It's not expecting anything, it's just being itself, right? It's higher self. So I came across this first quotation that I wanted to share with you. And it says, appreciation is the highest form of prayer, for it acknowledges the presence of good wherever you shine the light of your thankful thoughts. And this is by Cohen. And I love this idea because this, again, it acknowledges the presence of good wherever you shine the light of your thankful thoughts. So when you're acknowledging the presence of good, and not with any sort of ulterior motive of, I hope they appreciate that I'm appreciating them. I mean, I said thanks, right? That sort of idea. But that really heartfelt space of, wow, I'm so happy that this person did this, said this, is this, right? And often when we go just a little bit deeper into our own understanding of ourselves and of soul energy all around us, we can see that the space that someone gives from is pushed from energy from that source, that same higher energy, that God, whether you want to call it God, the universe, your higher self, whichever way you look at it, there is a different energy behind that authentic work that anyone does. So whether it's words, thoughts, actions, all of that, even just being, right? Sometimes you're just sitting beside someone and you just know that they're thinking well of you. And it's so beautiful. Now, let's say you're sitting and thinking well of them. Are you understanding it's that space of energy that comes from a higher source, your soul energy, that is helping that person to reveal the best of themselves. So the light is coming through them to reveal that energy, and then the light comes through us to reveal our energy of that appreciation too, when it comes from that authentic space. Now, if you look at anything that you appreciate, you'll notice that you can look at it and say, oh, I really like that, whatever. You could I like a new outfit. So today I'm wearing an outfit that I appreciate, that I've had for 10 years and I haven't worn it for 10 years. I've had for much longer than 10 years actually, but I know I haven't worn this outfit for 10 years. And I so appreciate the work that was put into making this, because I know my mom made it for me. And I appreciate that I'm able to wear it and feel good wearing this dress, and knowing that it came from a space of love and it's being appreciated from a space of love too. But if you look at anything for long enough, you will find something that's not right. So for example, there was a thread that was just a little loose here and I had to snip it, and I can see that was just off, but that first impression, that first feeling of, I feel good to see this dress or to wear this outfit, or that sort of idea is shifted a little bit, right? So you see how thought and time, so it takes time to get to that spot, and it could only take a moment. Some people, it might be the next day, right? But it could be a year from now. You'll see that thought shifts how we look at things. So for example, you are loving your relationship, and over time, your thought will kick in of, well, it's not the way it used to be. And this shifts how kind your energy and how authentic your energy is, because now you're looking for what is not right rather than what is right. So this I wanted to bring some attention to, and I thought I'd share this quotation by Lau Tzu, and it says, kindness in words creates confidence. Kindness in thinking creates profoundness. Kindness in giving creates love. So when we think of kindness in words creates confidence, imagine, don't you love giving someone a compliment, an authentic compliment, not just saying, that they put some effort into getting ready and you feel like, oh, that's nice. And you say, oh, that looks really nice. It's interesting because it creates confidence in terms of you're not comparing yourself in that moment, right? Hopefully. It's you would, with an authentic compliment, the words create confidence, right? That it's like, I feel good about myself and I feel good about how you look today, or what you said today, or what you did today, or you being present today, right? That's just, it brings out our own confidence, and of course it lifts someone else's confidence too. Then we've got kindness in thinking creates profoundness. So remember, the deeper we think, the more profound is our kindness too, because if I can see someone or something and I can really have sympathetic joy, we'll say, and I've got a video on that, sympathetic joy about, wow, this is so wonderful for this person. It's profound because I understand that energy that's allowing that person to succeed in whichever way is the same energy that feeds me working through my equipment of mind, body, and intellect. That's working through their equipment and allowing them to achieve what they've achieved, that I'm really thinking, that's so amazing that happened. But if I think that, why does it happen to them? I do the same things that they do and they're getting so much farther than I am in whichever way, it's not profound, right? Then it becomes a superficial kindness, right? It's like, oh yeah, I'm happy that happened for you. And we've all felt that, and maybe we've all participated in speaking that way or thinking that way too, right? So again, the deeper we think, the more truly, authentically we can express our kindness about things. And then finally, there's this kindness in giving creates love. And in giving, oh, it's such a beautiful feeling in terms of giving a kind word, giving appreciation, giving maybe even a gift, but not giving a gift to be seen as, oh, she gave the best gift, right? It's giving from the space of the heart, of giving anything, giving attention, giving help. Anything that we give from a space of our heart space is what creates love, right? This is from giving from that space, it actually creates love, right? So when we know that there's someone who is going through a not easy time, and we give from a space of authenticity, not from a space of getting something eventually, that eventually, even if I want appreciation for helping in a time that a person needs, that's not an authentic loving space. But when we want to create authentic love, we give from that authentic loving space. So it actually does create love. And then finally, I wanted to end with this quotation by Confucius, which kind of puts us all together. And I'd love for you to sit for 5 minutes to just reflect on this video, to think about which is the space that you act from, and do you understand your own motives or your own background hopes or fears or desires? Like, what if I won't be appreciated? Should I actually spend this much on this person? Well, should I spend this much time? Should I put this much effort into anything? Words, thoughts, actions, everything. Do I put that in because what's in it for me is how often people think, right? And sometimes it's really at the forefront. Yeah, I think they'll be pretty nice to me if I do this for them. And many times it's right in the background of, yeah, I think they'll like me more if I do this, right? And lots of people do this. And remember, this starts right from childhood too, right? That it's, I'll give my parent this because I want her love, right? Or I want his love. And it's this parental, I'm good, right? Will you tell me that I'm good? That's what we're looking for. As a child, we don't understand it. But this pattern continues through life, and people will do it in their families, with their friendships, and in their workplaces. And today I'd love for you to think about, which space are you giving from? So I'm ending with this quotation, which says, act with kindness, but do not expect gratitude. Act with kindness, but do not expect gratitude. And so this is such an important space for us to work from. I hope that today you can question yourself and just self-reflect on how you give, what you give, why you give. And I hope you have a fabulous day thinking about that, a fabulous 5 minutes at least, but maybe the day. I wish you a great day ahead, and I hope you remember, transform your mind and transform your life. Have a great day, everyone.